Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. How's everybody doing? Top of the morning, top of the morning. It's your boy Coach One Stack, man. How is everybody doing this morning? Hope everybody's having a beautiful day. I got an hour with y'all, man. We're gonna talk about how and why Diddy had Biggie assassinated. Let's get it, y'all. Come on, tap into the room, man. When you tap to the room, go ahead and smash that like button while you're on your way in here, guys. Go ahead and smash that like button as soon as you come in the room, man, so we can get to it. I got an hour with you guys, and you already know how I get down. Raw, gritty content and nothing but the facts. So go ahead, man, and share this live too with your people so they can come on in and we can get started and we can talk about these facts. And guys, let me know where you're from. Good morning, Raccoon Man. Raccoon Man, we spoke before. Where you from, Raccoon? I remember your name, but I can't remember where you from. Top of the morning to you, brother. You and your family. How's everybody doing? And do me, please smash the like button when you come in the room. It was a shame yesterday. I had so many people in there and like 40 likes. You know, I if I guess I'll start doing these maybe once a week instead of every day. Then, what part of Louisiana, Raccoon Man? What part? Smash that like button, people. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Let's get started. What part of Louisiana? My people are from Delhi, Shreveport, and Tallulah and Monroe, and a little town called Sicily Island up north, the top of the boot. Let's go, people. If you're in the room, let me know where you at. Let me know who I'm speaking to. Come on in the room, guys. Smash that like button when you come in. Smash that like button. There's nobody else. There's nobody else on social media that gives you this content, from this perspective, from a law enforcement perspective, because I was ex-law enforcement, from a hustler standpoint, because I was a hell of a hustler, now delivered by God 9 years ago. I created my own niche. I don't edit videos. I don't need no fancy intro, outro. I like to give it to y'all raw. Moon, top of the morning. How you feeling? Let me know where you from. Colfax. I never heard of Colfax. I never heard of Colfax. What other city is Colfax close to? And guys, I got 17 people in here. I want everybody in the room to let me know where you're from before we get started. Let me know where you're from before we get started. Boom. Ohio, the Ohio State University, man. When I hear Ohio, I light up. I got somebody, man, that's very near and dear that I care a whole lot about, that is from Ohio and went to Ohio State. So when I see Ohio popping here, okay, I know where Alexandria is at. When I see Ohio popping here, man, I get all, I feel good about myself, man. That just lets me know those are omens, man, and it's that Ohio thing. Anderson, Indiana, hey, top of it. Don't go nowhere. If you guys in here, make sure y'all smash that like button because we about to get started, y'all. And we only spit the facts. So once again, man, I'm Coach One Stack, born and raised in Las Vegas. What's up with it, RM? And man, I'm an old head, but I probably look better than you, man. And I got an 8-pack. and you probably wouldn't leave your girl next to me either, man. When I peel this shirt off, man, and they see that 8-pack for the old head, hey man, I'm gonna snatch the new head girl, but it's all love, man. Can you dig it? I know where Winnipeg is. I've heard of Winnipeg. But guys, let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. If you have smashed the like button, man, throw a 7 up in the air if you've already hit the like button. If you've already smashed that like button, throw a 7 up in the air for me. You see that's my favorite number up there? You see that number in the corner? That's God's number of completion, because I'm about to get real raw with y'all in about 2 seconds. And trust me, it will not be a waste of your time for those of y'all who jump into my lives all the time. Because as you know, like I said, I can give this point of view because I was ex-law enforcement, detective in 4 different bureaus. I played in the streets, and I've been delivered by God. All glory due to God, first of all, before we start this live. So here we go, guys. How and why Diddy had Biggie assassinated? Ooh, that's a big question. That's a big question, y'all. You know, do any of you guys have any idea? Because I don't know how old everybody is in this chat, but does anybody have any idea of why Biggie was assassinated? If you do, feel free to say it in the comments, and I'll post your comment on the screen to let people know. When I see a really good opinion, tell me why you think that Biggie was assassinated, and I'm going to give you my perspective. And I'm going to back it up with some evidence. Guys. And top of the morning, everybody. If you're coming in here, man, God bless you and your families. God bless every last one of y'all. I got to get this in before I go to the gym. Tom Dan, you the first one that popped up. So boom, let me pop that up there. Because he's worth, yep. Forced well, you know what? A raccoon, he already had his publishing. If you guys go watch a video that I just dropped after this, it's going to say Diddy knew that Tupac was going to get shot, and he watched, and he did, at Quad Studios. Diddy was there at Quad Studios with Jimmy Henchman and Andre Harrell in the office, and Jimmy Henchman said that he had to teach Tupac a lesson because he owed him some money, and they watched it happen. But he already owned Biggie's publishing. That's why he was there at that studio that night when Tupac got shot in the elevator, because he was spying on Biggie, because Biggie was writing for Junior Mafia, and so Diddy would have gotten a portion of that money. He was trying to stay on top of his money. Yeah, so now here's the best one right here, Samantha. God, hey, blessings, Emma. Blessing, Emma. That's exactly right. He was going to leave Bad Boy. See, for those of y'all that don't know the history, you might not have been here. Craig Mack was the first Bad Boy artist. And you see how he passed away. Full blown, you know what? To the point to where Craig Mack moved his entire family, people, to a cult in South Carolina. Y'all can go look this up. And guess what? The leader of that cult that Craig Mack took his family to, that man is right now doing time in prison for some Diddy stuff with little kids. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Diddy didn't have, he probably had more money than us. I know he had more money than me. I'm not rich, guys. I never claimed to be a baller and be wealthy and well off, but I'm cool. But back in them days, Diddy didn't have money. He didn't have money like that. The only artist he had was Craig Mack, and Craig Mack was on his way to Death Row. Hell yeah, he did. Craig Mack was on his way to Death Row Records. Biggie was leaving, but he was leaving Bad Boy Records and taking people with him. Now, if anybody can ever prove me wrong on something that I say, if I tell you I saw a video, you can go find the video for yourself. I'll throw you $100 cash out, because I only speak on facts, right? Michael, why does Snoop Dogg love Diddy? He always have. That's why Snoop Dogg and Pac was not getting along. Snoop Dogg wasn't even in Las Vegas the night that Tupac got shot. And I'll tell you like this, if you go on the dark web, it's certain things, if you know how to punch in the right stuff, you can find clips of tapes of certain things. And that's all I'm going to say. And all I'm going to say is there is a tape out with Diddy and Snoop. They're not doing no funny stuff amongst themselves. They're with another woman doing their thing. I'll leave that at that. So now, Biggie was getting ready to leave Bad Boy Records. You got to remember, he wasn't hot until Craig Mack made Flavor in Your Ear remix. Okay, Biggie wasn't hot, so he only had one album out. You got to understand, people keep saying, right? People keep saying that Biggie was the greatest rapper of all time. Guys, he only made one album before he was out of here. Tupac had made several albums, and he started off with as a dancer and a roadie for Digital Underground. He'd been in the game, okay? So now, Biggie was getting ready to leave Death Row Records, and he came to Gene Deal. And you guys can watch a video on this, right? Michael, why would he kill his cash cow? I'm gonna give you that last question because it's obvious. He got rid of his cash cow because, like Michael Jackson, since Michael Jackson has been gone, his estate has made over $5 billion. You're worth more gone than you are alive. And Diddy had insurance policies on some of his bad boy artists. So yeah, you worth more. You more just like Nipsey Hussle, guys. I got on Nipsey Hussle back in 07 when he came out. When he made the marathon was his actual first studio album, and what nobody really messing with it until he passed away. You always worth more to when you gone. People never give you your flowers until you gone. Now back to the story, because I'm finna break some game down to y'all. Gene Deal posted a video where where he talks about how Biggie said, "Hey man, I got this record deal. I'm leaving Bad Boy. I got a record deal for 65 million." And he said, "I would take you with me, but you love that N-words. You love that ninjas too much." And Gene Deal like, "What you mean I love that ninja too much?" "Oh yeah, Michael." We be like, "What you mean he loved that ninja too much?" I mean, hold up. You got to think about it, Michael. I don't want to leave you hanging. You got to think about it. When Kobe passed away, like say Jordan was to pass away, do you know how much his shoes would be worth? Do you know, if you ever see Kobe's come out, man, now that Kobe gone and they start re-releasing Kobe's, man, them things is gone in 2 seconds. You're worth more gone because you're worth more gone. You know, a Van Gogh or a Van Gogh picture is worth more because he's gone, because they can't produce anymore. So all you have left is what you have left. And guys, tomorrow I'm gonna get into a video. Matter of fact, hold on, let me get off of that. Let me talk about tomorrow. So anyway, he has his deal for 65 million, right? So he's gonna take Gene Deal with him. He was gonna take Charlie Baltimore, if y'all know who that is. What's up, soldier? He's gonna take Charlie Baltimore. He was going to take Junior Mafia. He was going to take Lil Kim with him, okay? He was going to get that bag. He was tired of not getting paid because Diddy owned his publishing. Actually, it's people in Biggie's family that had told him on many occasions, "Hey man, you need to sign your publishing over to somebody else," you know. But they're young in the game. They don't know this stuff. So here's the thing. Diddy and Kirk Burroughs spent 3 months negotiating a deal with the United Kingdom to send Biggie Smalls to the UK so he could be the first bad boy artist to meet the UK press. Okay? Now, if you don't know, Kirk Burroughs did not assault Diddy. He did not S.A. Diddy. Him and Diddy were lovers. If you watch Gene Deal's interview, Gene Deal used to have to go drop off money to Kirk Burroughs, and Kirk Burroughs and Diddy used to spend the night with each other at Kirk Burroughs' house every Wednesday night. Now, this spending the night and waking up with another man, I'm sure you guys saw that video where he said that he wakes up in the bed with Usher. Usher was only 12 years old at that time, right? Told you I'm not playing, man. Bam. Any trolling coming here, man, you out of here the first time. I don't like, we're not doing bad energy today. I do think they're gonna charge Diddy with those murder. Yes, Mitchell, I do believe so too. You know, and then you have to understand when you're dealing with murder, there is no statute of limitations. Here's why. Okay, guys, like I said, I am ex-law enforcement. If you guys would like to know why they take so long charging people with murder, throw a 7 up in the air and I'll break that down for you guys so you have a better understanding. Good morning, Robin, too. Good morning, Robin. Good morning, Robin. And Denise, absolutely. If you guys want me to break down why when you see somebody get deleted, why people be like, how come you ain't arresting today? How come they didn't get arrested today? If you want me to break down why they don't arrest you that day, throw a 7 up and I'll tell you. Throw a 7 up and I'll tell you. I'll break it down for you, and then I'll move forward so you guys can have a better understanding of the law and how it works. Because your boy Keefe D, he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying that there was a hit put out. When you hear the proffer agreement that Keefe D did, because I'm here to tell you, I have covered this Diddy stuff since the day he paid Cassie off, right? I covered it on every one of my platforms. My TikTok went viral. It took 7 days for it to get monetized and go viral. My Facebook, my IG is not, I don't really post on IG, but all my stuff went viral, man. I've been posting on this stuff since day one and following it and reading the paperwork and, you know. Okay, so now I don't have anybody that wants to know why they don't charge people with murder like quickly, and why they let people walk around for years without charging them with murder. Nobody wants to know that. But if you want to know, throw a 7 up, and I'm going to explain it so you guys kind of know what's going on and why things are the way that they are, and I can move forward in the chat. Because I want to, I like to educate you guys as well. And guys, make sure you smash that like button when you come in. I got 451 people in here. I should have at least 300 likes. All you got to do is tap a button. I like to do these every day, but maybe I just knock them down to once a week. To make you guys want it a little bit more. Okay, so now throw a 7 up if nobody is concerned with why they don't. Throw a 7 up in the air then if nobody's concerned with why they don't charge people with murder quickly, even though they know they might have done something. And then I'll move forward in the chat. I just don't want to lose anybody, and I don't want to have to backtrack. But right now, you guys are a little quiet. Talk to me, I talk back. Where we at? There's a Daryl Circle in Hollywood. Oh, please hit the like button. Okay, I got some 7s. Okay, I just saw that. Okay, they were blocked. I couldn't see them. Okay, guys. Now, here's why they don't charge you with murder. Here's why they don't charge you with murder quickly. They're never in a rush. See, say you were to do something to somebody today and they think it's you. They could have some evidence. But remember, when you only get one try. You only get one try to prosecute somebody, okay? You only get one try. So if they arrest you for murder off the rip, and the case ain't, they haven't talked to all their witnesses, they haven't got all their ducks in a row, what will happen is, a person can waive their right to a speedy trial. Now, when you waive your right to a speedy trial, you by law will be able to go to trial in the next open court date at that courthouse. So say it's Monday and you waive your right to a speedy trial. If they have room in the calendar for Friday for you to start your trial, then your trial will start Friday. And that means that the prosecution will not have all their ducks in a row. That's not enough time for them to go out and interview witnesses, right? To find their informants, to find out who was a part of it and who they want to give immunity to testify. They have to go with what they have. And so now if they go with what they have, and charge you for murder and try to prosecute, once they charge you and try to prosecute you and you waive your right to a speedy trial, 9 out of 10 times, you're going to beat that case and they can never try you again. So therefore, Like in the Tupac case, it took over, what was it, 25, 26 years for them to charge him. Now, they knew way ahead of time. They knew for years that he was involved in it. He got on, it was 4 years before he got arrested that he was on Vlad TV talking about it. That was enough then, but they wanted to have their ducks in a row because there is no statute of limitations. So you guys can expect Diddy to be getting some more charges thrown his way. It's like they're not in a rush. You got to think about it. See, everybody would ask me when this Diddy thing first started, well, how come they didn't arrest him? When are they going to arrest him? When they first did a search warrant at his house, I said, the feds are not in a rush. When they get you, they got you. You know, when they get you, they got you. The reason why the feds work so slowly is when you have a state case, guys. I work for the police department, man. I work for the state, Clark County, LVMPD, right? That's the big dog department out here in Las Vegas. Okay. If I go and I arrest you when a state person, when you get arrested on one charge, a lot of time it leaves a loophole for you to beat that loophole. And that's when it's a hole in the case. The feds operate, they will let you do stuff for years. They'll let you do it for years because where they might be weak over here on this particular, let's say it's a drug bar. This case might be weak, but they got 30 more of them that they didn't let you do. They got 50 more of them that they have you documented doing. That's why most people take a deal in the feds and they got a 99% conviction rate because they keep allowing you to do it. Now in the state, you could do the same thing, but it just don't work like that because truth be told, when you're arrested for something, guys, you could get arrested for something right now, you know, by the regular police. You can get stopped. You could have a gun, drugs, whatever. They don't have to arrest you that day. This is how a lot of people be snitching. They don't have to arrest you that day. They simply impound your gun, impound the narcotics or whatever is related to that case. They write up all the paperwork as if they have arrested you, and that's how people turn informant. So they let you do your informant stuff, and then when they're ready to, they will submit that to the district attorney's office, and you'll just have a warrant for your arrest. So you'll still go to jail. You just won't go to jail that day. It could be a year down the road. You find out that you got a warrant for your arrest. So that's how the feds work. That's why they haven't put these charges against Diddy. Because another reason, because he has a lot of high profile attorneys, and believe it or not, man, it costs a lot of money in the court system to even put this case on. This is why they get so much evidence on you, so you will take a deal. You understand what I'm saying? The average person, that's probably why when the feds get you, they have to serve all those years. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Lydia James, living in confusion. Whitney Elizabeth Hughes. Yeah, Ray J has something to do with Whitney. Come on now. Knowledge is power to Golden Right. Thank you, Tom. I'm just giving y'all the game, man. And one thing about me, like I said, I am ex-law enforcement. I am ex-street. I did a whole lot of stuff in the streets, and I was very good at it because I was ex-law enforcement. I knew what I shouldn't do. You know, that's part of my story and part of my testimony. And I've been delivered by Lord Jesus Christ for the last 9 years by the grace of God. All glory due to God. You understand what I'm saying? But that greed will make people do a lot of stuff, y'all. Let me ask you guys a question. Let me ask you a question. Do you have anybody that could be a friend or a family member that has stolen something from you out of your house? Amen. All glory due to God. Hey, you know what? Press pause. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? And all glory due to God. Because we all fall short in the glory and grace of God each and every day. And God knows I do. And please smash that like button while you up in here. Please smash that like button. So YouTube know I'm doing my job here. I'm moving this algorithm, and I'm the only, there's nobody on YouTube that brings raw content like I do. I got 5 computers, y'all. I'm on my computer right now. on one of them, but I do my content on these two phones right here. Okay? I don't want no fancy intro, outro. I don't need none of that. All I need to do is be articulate and show you something and talk about it and bring you facts. I believe Ray J is one. Let me see. I'm going to post that. Bam. I believe Ray J is one of the people who slipped, heard them drugs, man. It got something to do with Bobby Christina as well. You know what, Denise? I'm gonna get on that in a second. Peace be still. Oh yes, peace be still. Hey, Larry Kelly, the good Lord told me 6 months ago, peace be still and to sit still. And I'm here to tell y'all, man, as family, the last 6 months of my life have been turned upside down, flipped around, inside out. But you know what? I have stayed faithful to God and what he told me to do. And I'm telling you, man, he's turning it around. Won't God turn it? If God will turn it around, man, let me get an amen. If God will turn it around, let me get an amen. Because this is karma right now that's going on with Diddy. If God will turn it around, let me get an amen. I can't do nothing without mentioning our Father Jesus Christ. Amen. You know, yeah, like I said, I'm raw, I'm gritty, guys, but I guess what? I cast no judgment against anybody, because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, and I'm sitting in front of my maker, the good Lord is only going to ask me, what have I done? He ain't gonna ask me about y'all, and he ain't gonna ask you about me. Therefore, I don't have an opinion. See, I don't care about your sexuality. Matter of fact, if you are part of the rainbow community, I want you to tap in with me, because I have interviews that I'm going to start doing with people from the rainbow community to bring awareness. It's part of my purpose. And no, I'm not a part of the rainbow community. My daughter is, but I'm not I got a project going for the rainbow community that I'm really trying to get off the ground. It's going to be a podcast where all I do is interview people from the rainbow community. But we got to get back to it now. Denise, with your statement, you believe Ray J was one of the people who slipped them drugs. Now, Ray J was the last person with Whitney Houston. So let me tell you guys something. Hey, Denise, you can go find a video. Oh no, he's singing now. Hey, elder me, sit still. I'm gonna address something that you put. Matter of fact, let me put it on the board real quick while I address her. While I address this. Ray J was the last person to see Whitney Houston. Okay. You guys can go look up a video on YouTube with Whitney Houston's sister. Okay. And in that video, Whitney Houston's sister is going to say, well, damn. How did if Whitney Houston just overdosed, well, why were her fingernails chipped? They said her fingernails were chipped, and she had scratch marks on her like she was fighting for her life, almost like she had been drowned. And let me give you another tidbit of information. The same coroner that did Michael Jackson is the same coroner that did Whitney Houston, which is the same coroner that did Kim Porter, and so on and so forth. Slim Jones, that's good, brother. That's good, brother. No judgment here. They had the same coroner. Is any of this making sense? Whitney Houston's sister said, now remember, she's about to perform on an award show. She wouldn't have broken nails. She would not have scratch marks and bruises all over her. And Ray J was the last person to see her. You know, what I believe is that he may have gave her some of that Fenty and pushed her under the water, because you will also see a video of where they let Ray J out of the back of the hotel. Now, why would they let him out of the back of the hotel if he came through the front of the hotel? Because you got to remember, if he just came to drop something off and leave, he would never have even known that nothing happened to Whitney. He wouldn't have been trying to make such a quick exit. And you wonder why Ray J is going through what he's going through right now. Hold up, time. Check this out. Put that comment, time 818188. I'm finna give y'all some game, man. Ooh, Raccoon Man, I did not know that. Guys, let me be honest with you. Let me be honest with you. Let me keep it real with you. keep it real. $1,000 bill tattooed right here. If you can't see it, $1,000 bill. I keep it 1,000. I keep it one stack. I will tell you the things I do know. If I don't know, I ain't never gonna lie to y'all. But check this. I did not know Clive Davis, and that just opened up another door. Okay. But a time 18188. Let me tell you about Ray J. Let me tell you about reggae. Vegas, guys, I am born and raised in Las Vegas. You have what's called the union that is over all the hotels for the maids and the porters. It's called the Culinary Union. It used to be mostly black people. It used to be like all black people. Now it's Hispanic. So if you work, the only industry we have out here in Vegas are casinos. So say you were a maid or a porter at the Venetian and you got fired. Well, you could go the very next day and start at the MGM. You getting paid the same money, you doing the same work. So what I'm saying is a lot of the maids and porters, they all know each other. Ray J, back in them B2K days, Ray J used to have all male parties out here on the strip in these hotels. And they were banning him from getting rooms because the maids and porters were tired of cleaning up the rooms because all they was finding was chocolate covered gold wrappers, the gold wrappers that go on you, chocolate covered gold wrappers and feces and blood all over the room. This is back in the B2K. And I'm going to tell you what time this was. This was during the time that right before he started hanging out with the money team. Ray J used to have all male parties. And to go a little further, Ray J was involved in all that B2K stuff because now I can't play the video. Because I will get banned, but I can show you. Well, you know who Raz B is. Raz B, when Raz B came out over 10, 12 years ago, everybody thought that man was crazy. And he wasn't crazy. A man is not going to tell you that another man has sexually assaulted them if they didn't, which we're going to get back to Diddy and Puffy in a minute. But guys, to me, you guys are family. You're not subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. You're not just subscribers, you're family. I take time out each day. I chop it with y'all more than I chop it with my family. So when I want to talk to somebody, man, I come on here and I talk to y'all. So let's show the love, people. That's why I'm over here getting that time 18188's comment. So during that time with B2K, Chris Stokes used to make B2K do things to each other. He used to make them do things to each other while he watched. Okay. Now, Marcus Houston was a different beast. Marcus Houston was the one doing Marcus Houston, because I can show you a video where Raz B is on the phone with a homosexual man, and they're both having a conversation, and they both said at the same time. And Marcus Houston, his eggplant's so big, and he not even circumcised. Raz B is crying. He's like, it hurt. It hurt when he did that to me. And peep game. The video that I really want to post is when Raz B says it just like this. He says, Little Fizz was the first one to take it up the. He said while Little Fizz running around here, Little Fizz was the first one to take it up the. I can't post it. And building, he said, hold up. What's that say? Tricks. Nah, we not tearing nobody down. See, you wasn't here in the live. See, that's why I try to tell some of y'all, man. Better to be thought a fool than open up your mouth and be proved one. See, if you guys get in here on time, that's why I set this live up at a particular time. You would hear the entire story, not just the parts that you hear. And that's the problem with life. People hear half the story. We're not in here dogging out nobody's sexuality. So you might want to just like be quiet over there. You know, we're talking about people being assassinated, and I'm answering a question that's up on the screen, which maybe some of you guys ain't used to that. Little Fizz is one of the B2K members. Okay. So Ray J was with that activity too. That's what I'm saying, and Ray J right now to this day, time 181, a lot of these dudes are going through this withdrawal because you have to understand Diddy was their first. Now, see, going back to Diddy and Biggie, Diddy knowing that Biggie would be assassinated. How did he know? He set it up. See, that night, like I said, Biggie was supposed to go to the UK. Biggie did not want to go to LA. Guys, and I'm here to tell you, man, God is good. God is good. When you have that feeling, when those hairs stand up on the back of your neck, and when you feel those little goosebumps on your body, when you get ready to do something, that's God telling you, don't do it. That's your discernment. That's not a voice in your head. That's not your first thought. That's not your first mind. That's God telling you, don't do it. Or he's telling you to do it. That's your discernment. Biggie's discernment had been telling him, and you could go watch the videos for yourself and hear it out of his mouth. First, Biggie Smalls was saying, he said, I'm not interested in no rap beef with Tupac. Where I come from, we're just taught to be quiet and leave stuff like that alone. Puff is the one who edged it on. Biggie Smalls did not want to go to LA. Why did he want to go to LA? Because Puffy, see, since Suge was affiliated with the Bloods, Suge was not a Blood gang member. Suge actually was a bodyguard out here in Las Vegas, Nevada for two of the most biggest drug dealers at that time when he lived here. Okay. One of them, he took a pow and put a bullet in the dude's butt. I personally know him. And if he'll get on this video and do an interview, I'll let him tell you all about it, about Suge Knight. Suge Knight's affiliated with the Bloods. So you got Diddy was affiliated with two Crip sets. Also, the night that Biggie was gone, these Crip sets told Diddy, don't come to LA. Do not come to LA. You're not welcome in LA. Your enemies are going to get you in LA. They're trying to delete you in LA. Don't come here. So now all I'm saying is, hey, people, throw a 7 up in the air. Throw a 7 up in the air. Throw a 7 up in the air. If what I just told you, if you feel that Diddy knew what was going to happen to Biggie, because remember, they set Diddy helped set up a meeting in the UK for Biggie for 3 months. And then your bodyguards, they tell you specifically, don't come to LA. It's not safe for you. And you do it anyway. Throw a 7 up in the air if you think that's more than enough proof to know that Diddy that he knew what was going on and what was going to happen to Biggie that night. 7s off the rip. Hey, Tom, I appreciate you. I appreciate your question, man. See, we keep it all respectful, guys. Y'all can ask me whatever you want. If you're a troll, I'm kicking your ass out of here because I only deal with good energy. I don't care about your sexuality, your political affiliation, your race, your gender, your age, your size, your nothing. We here for good energy, guys. Time is something that we can't get back. And I only get on here and talk about stuff that I personally can know about and I can prove, and you can go watch a video about it as well. What goes around, come back around. Let me see. My thing is why Diddy was not in the car. Yeah, well, watch this. Bam. Good question. Show Kank, man. Check this out. Oh yeah, and Biggie was bisexual too, by the way. That's a whole nother one. That's his business. So why Diddy was not in the car? That's a good question. But I tell you what. Oh yeah. Hey, Oscar, I'm gonna get alive about that too. And Shine. So now, why wasn't Diddy in the car? Well, we can go back to a Gene Deal video. He was security. Even when they went to the club that night, Gene Deal will tell you before they left, he was trying to get Puffy to leave for like an hour. He was like, come on, bro, it's time to go. Come on, bro, it's time to go. Let's go. And Diddy kept telling him, hold up, man. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It ain't time yet. Wait a minute. Almost as if something was getting set up. Now, if you remember, man, when Biggie was eliminated, it was a guy in a bow tie. See, it was the guy in a bow tie, and it was actually a police officer that was in a black 96 SS Impala. He was later on arrested for that, for the deletion of Biggie Smalls. But there was a guy in a bow tie that looked like a Muslim. Well, go look on Gene Deal, go look through Gene Deal interviews, and you will see the picture of that same man with a bow tie sitting in the background, you know, in a picture with Diddy and Gene Deal, but he's behind him. So they weren't taking a picture with him, but he happened to be in a picture. And Gene Deal was like, how would this dude get in our inner perimeter back here? And we don't even know who this person is. Because you guys got to remember, if you don't know about Gene Deal, what's up, Oscar? If you don't know about Gene Deal was a probation officer, a parole and probation officer, and a very high-ranking one at that. God, smash the like button. Hit that like button, people. Smash that like button. Sure did. Hit that like button, guys, while I sip some water. Let's get these likes up. Let's get these likes up. I got almost 800 people in here. Let's get these likes up. Or make sure you share the live. Let's get these likes up. So now, once again, how do I know and you know that Diddy had Biggie assassinated? Well, like it says right here, Don Winter put, why wasn't he in the car? Well, when you do a caravan, I've watched the president come out here many, many times to Las Vegas, and there's a caravan. And guess what? None of the vehicles are marked in the caravan. And why would you have Biggie in the very first car of the caravan and Gene Deal in the very, very last car of the caravan? It doesn't make sense. See, I tried to post part of that video when it came out. It did a copyright thing and it took the video down. But why would you specifically had Biggie get into the first car, the first SUV, and you had Gene Deal in the last SUV? Because Gene Deal would have been able to protect him. And on the side of and do your research. Don't just listen to me. On the side of the doors, they were marked. The vehicles were marked. So as they pull up to that light, you hear the pow, 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 pow. Yeah, they had stickers on the truck. They were marked. Why wasn't Biggie's truck not bulletproof? You know, I don't know that one. I can't lie to you on that one, Tom. I have no idea. You got to understand during that. Hey, Tom, can I ask you how old you are? No disrespect. It's like I want to know how old you are. So it's like I want to break something down age-wise to a lot of younger people in here. If you don't mind me asking. It's a reason I'm gonna break something down to you. And age plays a factor on this. Because right now everybody getting stuff bulletproof. 40, okay, I'm 49, so I'm like 10 years older. Back then, like Diddy didn't at that time, Diddy didn't have money like that. He didn't have money like that. You know, man, we not getting with that. Ain't no such thing as a clone. We're not even finna bring that up in here. Diddy didn't even have money like that. When Diddy was introduced to Keefe D by Eric Von Zip, who was a major hustler. Eric Von Zip was the plug in between Keefe D and Diddy. If you look at Keefe D back in the days with Diddy, Keefe D was suited and booted. Man, he was rich. He was rich. They in California call that rich rolling, man. He's rich rolling. Matter of fact, Usher's very first video that he shot, and Diddy was driving a 64 Impala, that was Keefe D's car. See, Diddy didn't have his own style. I dropped a video last night when Gene Deal tells you that Diddy told him, I don't know how to talk to a woman, because Gene Deal said, man, all these different women that was messing with Puff in the beginning. He said, man, I knew they was only messing with him because he was Puff and he might have had a few dollars, but he told Gene Deal, I don't know how to talk to a woman, verbatim. You can go see that for yourself. Like I said, If I tell you something and you can bring it back and call me a liar, and I tell you it's a video for it, I'll throw you $100 cash out. Yes, Stevie J was. Well, watch this, Michelle. And top of the morning, Michelle. And Karmaszs. I don't want to mispronounce your name. You are absolutely right. I'm gonna listen. Let me go on the record of telling you, and I don't even care how y'all feel about it, guys. I don't like doing business with black people, guys. I was a hustler, and I would rather do business. And when you do business with Hispanics, Asians, the business is done right. When it comes to our people doing business with each other, the business is always messed up. We're the only ones that don't work together. We are the only race that don't look out for each other. You understand what I'm saying? And I got to keep that a buck. I got to keep that a buck. I would rather, man, see, let me kind of go off topic real quick, because I want to talk about, where is it? I don't want to lose it. Let me go off topic real quick. And God bless you, brother. You're on the screen. Let me go off topic with you for a minute. Guys, when I was in the streets, and I could talk about this stuff because the statute of limitations is over with. God, I was pushing everything in the end except PCP. The first thing was ice, then came the soft, then came the hard, then came the black tar, then came the pills, then came the green, but the green is legal. Okay. So let me give you some information. This is how I can tell somebody's ever been in the streets, right? Because I was moving 50 keys of the ice per week. That's 100 P's. Now, when you break open a brick of that white stuff, or if it's crystal, you get it from because it's gonna come from a Mexican, okay? When you break it open, it's gonna weigh more than 36 ounces. It's gonna weigh about 38, 37 and a half. They're gonna give you extras. But what black people do is they're gonna open it up, they're gonna take the extras out of it, and they're gonna give you 36. Me, I gave it to you exactly how I got it, and got many phone calls like, did you mean to do this? Well, what you mean? Man, this half pound right here got 9 zips in it. It got 9 zips in it. I said, hey man, I just gave it to you how I gave it to me. I might have needed to go pick up 4 P's and told Connect, hey man, break them down into 4 halves for me. And I'll go drop them 4 halves off, and I get 4 phone calls. Did you mean to give me extra? No, that's just how it came. Mexicans always give you extra. Asians always give you extra. It's never just enough. It's when it gets into the hand of the black person, he gonna take the extras out. He gonna take the extras out, right? He gonna take the extras out, and he's gonna give you the rest. This is why I don't do so to address you, Karmaszs, bro. I agree with you 1000%. I don't do it. I try to prevent it at all costs. Now, I do like to frequent my own businesses, restaurants, and things like that, but sometimes it's kind of hard. And just so you know, Karma, I'm going to proudly say the name of my church out here in Las Vegas is called the Foundation Christian Center. If you live out here in Las Vegas, go. Our church has the only in all of Las Vegas, my church has the only church-owned and black-owned supermarket in all of Las Vegas. It's just one. It's called the Aftermarket. We're the only ones that have something black-owned here in Las Vegas. So thank you for letting me address that. Yeah, and the pen, they do help each other. We don't help. And Diddy, you know, let me see. P. Diddy he made the song about Biggie called I Be. Yeah. Hey, hold up. Let me post that for you. Let me post that, Oscar. Now, guys, If you remember this song, I'll Be Missing You, throw a 7 up for me, please. And guys, hit the like button. I got 600 people in here, man. I should have at least 500 likes. All y'all got to do is tap a button for me. Tap the button and move the algorithm for your boy. Tap the button, show me some love. That's all I ask when I do these lives. Show me some love. Subscribe to the channel because I do these often. I like doing it. It's therapeutic for me. And I post y'all comments. I'm not like other people. Like, I'm not going to post your comments unless you super chat me. If you want to super chat me, that's fine. I would greatly appreciate it. If you want to donate to the channel, that's my Cash App down there. As a matter of fact, hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. I got to do something. Dominic Ross. I want to shout you out, Dominic Ross, for hitting that Cash App and for that donation the other day. Thank you, Dominic Ross. Thank you, Dominic Ross. I appreciate that Cash App. When I get a little bit more, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Little Caesars Pizza because it's cold out here. I'm going to get some 2-for-1 pizzas. I'm going to try to get about 20 of them. That way I get 40 of them, and I'm going to pass them out to the homeless. But Dominic Ross, I want to shout you out for supporting the channel. Appreciate that. So now, if you remember that song, throw that 7 up in the air, guys. Miss Tiff, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Hey, yes, Miss Tiff. And you notice he don't even get sick. He hasn't even gotten sick. Ain't that crazy? Who's broke? Does somebody say I was broke? No, I ain't broke, bro. I got a 5-bedroom house and 2 German engineering cars down there, man. Stop playing with me, man. And plenty of jewelry. See, yeah, that's why I had to make some videos. You know, I don't really care what y'all think about my financial situation. I care not. We're going to throw some 7s up in the air, okay? Now, when he made that song, I want you guys to understand something about that song, I'll Be Missing You. Biggie was supposed to be on the front page of Rolling Stone magazine. Everything I'm telling you is in the paperwork that they showed on the documentary. It's in the paperwork. Hell yeah, rest in peace, Heavy D. Biggie was supposed to be on the cover of Rolling Stone. Diddy had Kurt Barrows take him off the cover because he had his solo album coming out and put him on the cover. And then he made that song. You got to understand where Diddy came from, man. He looked like a frog. He used to get beat up. He couldn't get a woman. He said, he is what I call, Diddy is what I call a late bloomer. And what do I call late bloomer? Guys, I've been getting that cookie since I was 12 years old. And I was a bad boy all through high school, getting it how I live. You dig? I was a real, but you got a lot of late bloomers like Diddy who had to wait until they got the bag. They had to wait until they got the car. They had to wait until they got the house. Kim Porter wasn't messing with him. Shit, that was Al B. Sure's woman. See, so you got people like that sit back like parasites, waiting for you to get yours, or waiting to get in a better position, or trying to attach themselves to you intentionally to plot to get what you got because they want your life, y'all. Ain't that something? Yeah. Yeah, they wait. Yeah, they waiting to get what you got. Yeah, but that's a whole nother live, man. Hey guys, if you guys are liking this live, show me the love. Show me how much you like it, man, by smashing that like button. Because we got a few minutes left. And what I like to do, guys, because I was in law enforcement, right? From age 17 to 30. I started off as a police cadet when I was 17. I was a corrections officer. Then I was a police officer. Then I was a field training officer. Then I was a detective in 4 of the bureaus. Then guess what? I actually caught a case and was facing 4 to 10 years in the penitentiary. Got quite a story. So now I don't work for the police department no more. I was in a situation where I had a business, and the woman that I went on to marry got fired unjustly and had an EEOC complaint. And my back was against the wall, and I had to learn how to hustle, right? I started off with $130. And let's just say I was rather good at it because I knew what I shouldn't do. I'm not glorifying it at all. Guys, I done pimped hoes all through Chicago, Vegas, Cali, Indiana, Milwaukee, all that shit, man. But now I've been delivered by God for the last 9 years. So at the end of yeah, man. Hey man, you can't see the ism, man. You can't feel the ism. See, check this out. Check this out. Let me pin your comment. Karma. All ism is the ultimate truth. That's all the ism is. That's all the P is the ultimate truth. Me telling this person, this is what I do. This is how I get it. It's going to be multiple people. We are building a dream. See, you got to respect the P because he don't have to lie to a woman. The average man got to lie to a woman each and every day, but the P, he don't have to lie. That's why you can have 10, 12, 15 of them, because it's all about the mind. It's a mind game. It ain't about the body. A P, I'm not control. It's some beautiful women here, but I'm not concerned with how any one of y'all look, because it's somebody that I really, really care deeply about. Deeply. I mean, in a deep way. I ain't concerned with how nobody looks up in here. It's all about the mind. And guess what, Kathy? I don't trust him either, and I work there. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, my dad is ex-law enforcement too, and I don't trust him either, because my first 2 experiences with the police were very negative. This is one of these things where you kind of live out your father's dream. This is something he wanted me to do. You understand what I'm saying? And I really wanted to do, but when I did it, I helped my people. I was the one that could help, and I could give you a break. I was the one that could I worked in the black part of town. And remember, I'm from here. So being at work was like not being at work, because I knew everybody because I'm from here. I'm the one that walked around in the projects with Slurpee tickets and 21 sitting up in my pocket so I can pass them out in the projects. I'm the one that could go to any food restaurant and say, hey, man, I got a family of 5 that ain't got no food. Can I get a bag of food to feed people? See, I did all that. And the way I'm talking to you now is the same way it was when I was in law enforcement. You dig? And being in the streets, that's how I learned I was a hell of a businessman. A hell of a businessman. Why did he go to Cali? Because he was supposed to go to the UK, and Diddy insisted on it. That was the setup. No, I don't know Bishop Don Juan. I wasn't on that level, bro. I wasn't on that level. I was not on that level. Ain't no sense in me telling you that lie. In the streets, I got to a real high level. I had a job working for people, the people who bring it in. And that's a whole nother part of my testimony. But now, at the end of this live, guys, I'm going to give you guys a choice. Do you want to hear a true story about a law enforcement story, a story about the streets, or a spiritual story? I'll let y'all pick, because I do this at the end of all my lives. So y'all let me know what you want. Well, Kathy, don't just put police officers in that category. It's 99% of the people who work at McDonald's that's messed up. It's 99% of the people that work at your job that's messed up. It's 99% of these pastors that's preaching false words. If you want to see what pastors do, go to a guy named, watch this. Go to Dawson. Go to Dawson Speaks. Go to that channel right there, Dawson Speaks, and he posts nothing but content about pastors that are on the down low, that it got caught with trannies, messing with little boys, so on and so forth. They're bad people everywhere, not just because somebody's in law enforcement. So I give you guys, hey man, I'm gonna give you guys a story of what you want to hear. I got spiritual. Hey, Gunner, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. I just saw that. Let's see, we got spiritual, streets, spiritual. I'm not a gangster, so I can't tell you a spiritual gangster story. So let me tell you a spiritual story. True story, guys. True story. Very true story. If I'm lying, I'm flying. True story. This is around COVID time. COVID has started. And like any young man that was a hustler, I still get mail at that time sent to my parents' house. My mother passed away 15 years ago, so it's just me and my dad. I get mail sent to his house. And so, like some of y'all, man, you get to the house, hey, you got some mail. This is a true spiritual story. And so for 3 years, I've been getting this letter from Bank of America. And I got a paper shredder right there. So I take what I don't need, I put it in the shredder. Whatever I don't need, I put it in the shredder. So for 3 years, now, hold on, let me press pause. I walked away from the game. When I walked away from the game, I promised God, I said, I never touch no work again. And he tested me. He tested me, and I passed every test because I have it and I won't. So now some time has went by. A couple years have went by. I'm out of the streets. I've been out of the streets 3 years at this time, maybe 4. And so I've been shredding this letter from U.S. Bank, shredding this letter for 3 years. One day, and this is right when COVID started, I opened up the letter. It had my government name on it, of course, and there was $35,000 in an account. $35,000 in an account from U.S. Bank. Now, guys, I was moving fast, living a fast life. But let me tell you something. Let me take these off and look you in the eye. I have never in my life opened up an account at U.S. Bank. Never. That's why I was shredding the letter. I thought they wanted to give me a credit card or something. I had no business with U.S. Bank. I have never opened up an account at U.S. Bank. So it's $35,000 in this account. So I pick up the phone, I call him. I said, hey, this is such and such. I got this account here. I got $35,000. It was $35,000 exactly to the nose. I said, I got this account here. And I said, is it real? They said, yeah. They said it was one deposit made in that account 3 years ago, and there has never been a withdrawal. Now, let me press pause and tell you how spiritual this is. Guys, when you open up an account, what do they give you? A debit card. I ain't had no debit card because I never opened up no account at U.S. Bank. So let's play the odds. How did the $35,000 get there? Well, I'm not a fool. I would never have taken $35,000 of street money and put it in the bank at one time. You don't do that. You get flagged by the IRS. You don't put no more than like $9,000 in. So that option is gone. Wouldn't have done that, couldn't have done that. Well, I never had a check for $35,000. I've had a check for $250,000 before, but I've never had a check for $35,000. So the only two options is it's my account. I've had it for 3 years. They said it was one deposit. I wouldn't have put cash in there. I didn't have no check. So where did the money come from? What I believe that money came from, y'all can think I'm crazy if you want to. I believe that was God blessing me because for staying out of the game. I believe that God blessed me with that, and he did that, and I can't explain it to this day. I can't explain it to this day, and I got proof. Man, I wish I could get my dad on here to really to talk to y'all, man, and tell y'all this story. And I got one other person that can tell you this and prove this. I felt that because I made a promise to God that I would never touch no work again, that he blessed me with that. And I had it for 3 years. I was ripping the letter up. I was shredding the letter because I have never in my life opened up an account at US Bank. So that's my spiritual story for today, man. God will cover you. God will take care of you. You don't have to want for nothing. And I'm telling you, and I'm not crazy. I don't have to lie. I don't have to make this up. God blessed me with $35,000. Because like I said, anybody who knows anything about money, you don't put $35,000 cash in the bank at one time. The bank said it was just one deposit. I didn't ask what kind of deposit. I was still dumbfounded at looking at the money. I never had a check for $35,000. So where did the money come from? The money only could have came from God. And that's my spiritual story for y'all, people. That's my spiritual story for y'all. Kathy, I felt that I was rewarded because when I stepped out of the game, you got to understand, listen, my major thing was ice. Man, look, guys, I was getting $80,000 FedEx to my doorstep overnight, twice a week from somebody I never met for years. That's just one thing. The hard, the soft. When I prayed to God to get out of the game, I gave everything away when I came back. I flew to another state. I prayed on it. This is in one of my lives. I prayed on it. I prayed for things to be removed. I prayed to be surrounded by other like-minded people. And when I got home, I gave away all my work. I gave it away. I didn't sell it. I gave it away. See, because nobody that I really knew what I was doing. Because my clientele would mostly had jobs and people in and out of state. Right? But I gave it all away. And God covered me through the process because he tested me. There's a lot of things that popped up where people will call and say, hey, man, if you can plug me with this and this, I'll give you this. Hey, man, if it was, I went and got my CDL license. I wanted to learn how to drive a truck. Guys, I've had a passport since I was 23, and I've been all around this world. I'm on my 3rd passport. I wanted to see the world differently, so I got a CDL. Man, it was, man, I wasn't making no money. I was like, man, I could leave here now, make one phone call and be on and make more money in 5 minutes than I am in a week driving trucks. I was tested, put through the fire, and I never caved and I never will. And I believe that God rewarded me for that, guys. And this wasn't the 80s. I'm a 70s baby. And everybody in the 80s was a baller. This is in the thousands. I was born in 1976. I remember part of the 80s. The 80s was great. 80s was a good time to be here. Yes, reinventing yourself is a good thing to do. Reinventing yourself is the key. Guys, smash the like button, guys, because now I've come to the end of my life. I got to get to the gym. Then I got work to do, y'all. Hey, man, if you have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Please. Oh, yeah, I'm begging. Please subscribe to the channel. Yes, I'm begging. Please tap one button and hit a like button and help me out in my journey so I can grow this channel. I'm asking, please. They say a closed mouth don't get fed. I'm asking you guys, please help me out by hitting a button, and I am going to keep giving y'all raw content, and it's never gonna change. I ain't going Hollywood on y'all, man. You're gonna I leave my content a specific way for a specific reason. On these 2 phones, I got 5 computers. I'm on a computer now. But other than that, guys, I gotta go, guys. May God bless every one of you guys, because you're family. May God keep his hands wrapped around you and your family as you get to all your destinations and bless you with his traveling grace, that you are unscathed. Other than that, I want you guys to be blessed. Have a good day, and I'm going to see y'all next time. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Peace.